Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Fluento, Everyday English for Real Life. I'm Anna.
And I'm David. Hey, Anna, it's great to be here again.
It really is. I'm so happy to be sitting here with you and with all of our amazing listeners today. How are you doing, David?
I'm doing really well, actually. I had a pretty interesting morning. I'll tell you about it in a minute. How about you?
I'm great. I walked to the studio today instead of taking the bus, and I saw the most beautiful sky. It was all orange and pink. I felt very happy. Okay, so today we have a topic that I am personally very excited about.
Oh, yes, me too. What is it?
Today we are talking about the past. How to talk about things that happened yesterday, last week, or even many years ago when you were a child. It is one of the most useful things you can do in English.
Absolutely. Think about it. Every time you talk to a friend, you share something that happened. I went to the market. I saw a funny thing on the street. I ate something strange for dinner. All of that is the past.
And today, we are going to make it feel easy and natural. We are going to have real conversations, tell real stories, and by the end of this episode, you will feel much more comfortable talking about your own past experiences.
I love it. Let's go.
But first, a small favor from us to you. If this podcast is helping you, please click the like button. It means so much to us, and it helps other English learners find us too.
And please subscribe if you haven't already. We make new episodes every week, and we want you to be there for every one of them.
Also, if you have a friend or a family member who is learning English, please share this episode with them. Learning together is so much more fun than learning alone.
It really is. Okay, shall we start?
Let's do it. So, David, before we get into the lesson, I want to ask you something. What did you do yesterday? Tell me everything.
Oh, okay. Yesterday was actually a funny day. So in the morning, I decided to fix my kitchen shelf. You know, the one that's been sitting crooked for about 3 months.
Oh no, did you fix it?
Well, I tried. I found my toolbox. I picked up the screwdriver. I drilled 2 new holes in the wall. And then I discovered I was missing one very important screw.
Oh, so what happened?
I walked to the hardware store around the corner, and while I was there, I bumped into my neighbor, Mrs. Chen. I haven't seen her in weeks, so we stood outside the shop for about 30 minutes and just talked and talked.
That's lovely. What did you talk about?
She told me about her son, who just started university. I told her about our podcast, and she said, "Oh, I listen to English podcasts too." I couldn't believe it.
That is the best story. So did you fix the shelf in the end?
I did. I came home, I put in the screw, and the shelf is now perfectly straight. I was so proud of myself.
You should be. Okay, I love that story. Now, listeners, did you notice something? David just used a lot of past tense verbs. Let me find them. He said, I decided. He said, I found. He said, I picked up. He said, I walked. He said, I bumped into. Did you hear all of those?
Oh, you're right. I didn't even notice I was doing it.
That's the magic of it. When it becomes natural, you don't even think about it. You just say it. So let's slow down a little and look at some of those words.
Okay, so decided. That comes from the verb decide, and in the past, it becomes decided. We just add D at the end.
Yes. And walked, that comes from walk, past tense, walked. We add ed. And fixed, from fix, we add ed. These are called regular verbs, and they are very friendly because you just add ed and you're done.
But then there are words like found. That comes from find, and in the past, we don't say finded, we say found. That's different, right?
It is. Some verbs change completely in the past. We call them irregular verbs. Find becomes found. Come becomes came. See becomes saw. And tell becomes told.
You can't always guess them, so you just have to learn them a few at a time. But don't worry, the more you hear them, the more natural they feel.
Exactly. And we're going to give you lots of practice today.
Okay, so what about you, Anna? What did you do yesterday?
So yesterday, I tried something completely new. I made kimchi fried rice for the first time.
Oh, wow, did it work?
It actually did. I watched a video first, and then I gathered all the ingredients. I chopped the vegetables, I heated the pan, I added the rice, and I mixed everything together. My whole apartment smelled amazing.
Did you eat it alone or did you share it?
I texted my friend Juno, and she came over. We sat at my little table by the window, and we ate every single bite. And then we talked for 2 hours after that. It was such a nice evening.
That sounds perfect. So listeners, Anna used many past tense verbs too. She tried, she watched, she gathered, she chopped, she heated, she added, she mixed, she texted. All regular verbs with ed. And then came, irregular. Did you catch that?
Okay, David, I want to tell a story now. A short story from last week. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Go.
So last Tuesday, I had a small disaster. I left my apartment to go to the post office. I had a package to send. I walked 15 minutes to get there. I stood in line for 10 minutes. I reached the front. The woman behind the counter smiled at me and said, "Can I help you?"
And then?
And then I looked in my bag. No package.
Oh no.
I left it on my kitchen table. I walked 15 minutes to the post office, and I forgot the one thing I came to send.
That is so relatable. What did you do?
I smiled at the woman. I said, "I'll be back," and I walked all the way home, picked up the package, and walked all the way back again.
How long did the whole trip take?
1 hour and 15 minutes to send one small package. The walk alone should have been 30 minutes total.
I love this story because it makes me feel better about my own mistakes.
That's why I shared it. And listeners, did you follow the story? I left. I walked. I stood. I reached. I looked. I forgot. I picked up. I came back. The whole story is in the simple past. Short sentences, easy words. You can tell your own stories exactly like this.
Okay, I want to talk about memories now. Childhood memories. Anna, what is one thing you remember from when you were very young? Something small and specific.
Oh, okay, I have one. When I was about 6 years old, I had my first bicycle lesson. My dad held the back of the seat, and I pedaled as fast as I could. And at some point, he let go without telling me.
The classic move.
And I didn't know. I just kept going. I rode the bike by myself for about 10 seconds. And then I looked back and saw he wasn't there. And the moment I saw that, I panicked and fell over.
Oh, did you get hurt?
Just a small scrape on my knee, but mostly I was just surprised. And then I laughed. My dad laughed. We stood there in the park laughing together. It was such a wonderful moment. I still think about it sometimes.
That is a perfect memory. I have one too. When I was about 8, there was a boy in my class named Tommy, and he was the fastest runner in the school. Every single recess, Tommy won every race.
Was he annoying about it?
A little bit. And one day, I trained in secret. Every morning before school, I ran around my building 3 times. For 2 weeks I did this. And then on a Friday, I challenged Tommy to a race.
What happened?
He beat me by 5 seconds.
Oh, David.
But here's the thing. I ran faster than I ever ran before. I didn't win, but I surprised myself. And Tommy said, "Hey, you got fast." And that was enough for me.
I love that. And listeners, notice how David used the past to tell that story. He trained, he ran, he challenged, he beat. Beautiful storytelling in simple past tense. Okay, now let's talk about something very useful. What happens when something did not happen? How do we say that in English?
We use didn't. It's short for did not, and it makes negatives very easy. Listen, I wanted to go for a run this morning, but I didn't wake up in time.
Perfect. So the structure is I didn't plus the base verb, not I didn't woke up, just I didn't wake up.
Right, the base verb. So, I didn't finish my coffee, I didn't understand the question, I didn't find my keys.
I didn't go to the gym last week. I didn't call my sister on her birthday. I didn't sleep well last night.
These are all very honest sentences.
Very honest and very useful, because in real life, we talk about things we did and things we didn't do. Both are part of the story.
Exactly. So let's put it together. I wanted to cook dinner yesterday, but I didn't have enough time, so I ordered pizza instead.
Perfect. 2 past verbs and 1 didn't. That's a complete story in 1 sentence. Okay, listeners, it's your turn now. We want you to pause the video or the podcast right now and practice speaking out loud. This is so important. Reading is good, listening is good, but speaking out loud is what makes the language yours.
So here are your questions. Answer them out loud. Ready?
Question 1. What did you do yesterday morning? Try to use at least 2 verbs. I woke up at 7, I made tea, I looked out the window.
Question 2. What did you eat yesterday? I ate rice for lunch. I drank orange juice. I didn't eat dessert.
Question 3. Where did you go last weekend? Even if your answer is, I didn't go anywhere, I stayed home, that's a perfect answer.
Really try to say the sentences out loud. Don't just think them. Speak them. Your voice needs the practice just as much as your brain does.
You can even record yourself on your phone and listen back. It might feel strange at first, but it is one of the most powerful things you can do.
And we have a few more tips for practicing the past tense in your daily life.
Yes. Tip 1. Before you go to sleep at night, tell yourself about your day, in English, quietly to yourself or in your head, 3 or 4 sentences. Today, I went to work, I had a meeting, I ate lunch with a colleague, I came home and I watched a show. Simple but powerful.
Tip 2. Keep a tiny diary, just 2 or 3 lines every day. You don't need to write a lot. Tuesday, I cooked pasta. The pasta was good. I watched the rain from my window. That's enough. That's perfect, actually.
Tip 3. Talk to yourself in a mirror. It sounds funny, but it works. Look at yourself and say, "Good morning. Yesterday I did this and this and this." Your reflection is a very patient conversation partner.
Tip 4. Tell a real person about your day. A friend, a family member, a classmate, even in a text message. Hey, guess what I did today? And write it in English. Real communication is the best practice.
And tip 5, when you watch a movie or a TV show, try to explain the plot afterward. The woman arrived at a new city, she found a small apartment, she met her neighbor. She didn't know anyone. You're practicing past tense and building your vocabulary at the same time. Okay, David, before we finish, let's quickly go over everything we learned today.
Great idea. So first, we use the simple past to talk about things that already happened. Yesterday, last week, when I was a child, last year.
Second, for many verbs, we just add ed to make the past. Walk becomes walked, cook becomes cooked, visit becomes visited. These are regular verbs, and they are your best friends.
Third, some verbs are irregular, and they change completely. Go becomes went, see becomes saw, buy becomes bought, make becomes made. You learn these slowly, and with time they feel natural.
Fourth, To say something did not happen, we use didn't plus the base verb. I didn't go, she didn't call, we didn't finish. Nice and simple.
And fifth, maybe the most important thing, the simple past lets you share your life, your stories, your memories, your day. Language is connection, and when you can talk about your past, you connect with people in a real and meaningful way.
That is beautifully said, David.
Thank you. I've been practicing.
It shows. Now, we want to hear from you. Leave a comment below and tell us, what did you do yesterday? Just 1 or 2 sentences is perfect.
Or tell us what is a happy memory from your childhood. Something small, something specific. We love reading your stories.
Write in English even if you're not sure. We're not here to judge, we're here to cheer you on. Every sentence you write in English is a step forward.
That's true. And don't worry about mistakes. Mistakes mean you're trying, and trying is everything.
It really is. Okay, everyone, that's our episode for today. Thank you so much for being here with us.
It always means a lot. If you enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like. It tells us that you want more episodes like this one.
Subscribe if you haven't, and share with a friend who is learning English. The more, the merrier, as we say.
And we will be back very soon with another episode of Fluento, Everyday English for Real Life.
Take care of yourselves, keep practicing, and remember, every word you learn brings you closer to the conversation you've always wanted to have.
See you next time, everyone. Bye for now.